From Lynn Farrell Arena on the campus of Hastings College, welcome to Strive TV's coverage of the Heartland Hoops Classic. My name is Eric Allgood. Very excited to have Tim Miles alongside me tonight. Coach,
hey, Eric.
Thanks for coming along tonight. We got a great matchup because we've got two top 25 teams in the country. Normally when we're on Strive, we're talking about, a great matchup in Class C1 or Class D2. But tonight we get Oak Hill Academy with Carmelo and KD as alumni, and we get Wichita's Sunrise Academy, an up-and-coming program in the academy ranks, and they're ranked number 3 in the country, just knocked off number 1. This is the talent level we're about to see in this arena tonight is a little different than we normally see.
Well, Sunrise Christian itself has put over 90 people in Division I just in the last 15 years, and you look at what Oak Hill Academy's long tenured history is, and it's just remarkable. Two high-level teams, prep school teams here. Should be a lot of fun for the viewers.
We've got multiple guys that are going to be Division I for sure within the next couple years, and when you start talking about Oak Hill, like we mentioned, Carmelo, KD, Rajon Rondo, there's going to be some guys that we're going to see on the NBA in primetime on TNT in a few years.
Well, you could see it on Sunrise too, man. Both these guys are high level programs, and these are high level players. And what I say by that, you look at Kendall Brown, for instance. Kendall is one of the highest recruited players in the entire country. Baylor was able to land him. We're going to see him up close and personal tonight.
And this, of course, is part one of a two-part day. Actually, tomorrow, a huge day of the Heartland Hoops Classic. That'll be in Grand Island. But tonight we get the precursor with the two top teams in the country. Should be a ton of fun.
Yeah, local flavor tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun, too, to see these guys match up against Nebraska's best. And this has been an outstanding event for a long time, and I'm happy to be a part of it with you tonight, Eric.
Excellent. Come back and join us. We will have introductions, the anthem, and tip-off between Oak Hill Academy and Sunrise Christian coming up next on Strive.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699. Or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
And the Oak Hill Academy Warriors from Mount of Wilson, Virginia. Fans, during this time of the pandemic, we need to do all we can to continue to compete and practice. As such, we have protocols and guidelines in place in the attempt to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. We are asking that all spectators in the facility tonight please follow our guidelines, which are please respect the marked out bleachers and sit in the open rows. Families are asked to sit together and be at least 6 feet apart from your spectators. Face coverings are required at all times unless eating or drinking, to cover the nose and mouth. There are hand sanitizer stations located in the lobby. Following the completion of the contest, all fans are asked to leave the complex in a timely manner. We ask that you respect physical distancing with players and coaches by not going onto the court. In addition, please recognize the city of Hastings is under a mask mandate. Thank you for supporting our athletes and performing groups and contributing your part to allow us to play. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's performer from Hastings, St. Cecilia is Isabella Coles. Number 10, Kendall Brown. 6'11", senior, number 11, Kenny Poto. And 6'10", senior, number 21, Zachary Clements. The assistant coaches for the Buffaloes are Elad Emelahu, Raymond Proctor, Spencer Dexter, and Brett Michael. And the head coach for Sunrise Christian Academy is Luke Bartwell. And now for the home team. They come in with a 14-6 overall record, ranked 16th in the nation. The Warriors of Oak Hill Academy. And 6'5" junior, number 0, M.J. Rice. And 6'6" senior, number 2, Jalen Ricks. And 6'1" sophomore, number 3, Caleb Foster. And 6'2" senior, number 5, Cameron Carter. And 6'9" junior, number 33, Luke McDelman. The assistant coaches for the Warriors are Brian Ball, Taylor Kahn, Deion Dakin, Corey Alexander. And the head coach for Oak Hill Academy is Steve Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play basketball.
The esteemed Rich Broderson leading us into our game. It's always, it's a big event when Rich is on the mic, on the PA system, so excited to have a big crowd. I got to admit it, Tim, a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought COVID and, the weather was going to keep a few people away, but nope, we're buying a ticket, and Lynn Farrell Arena about as full as we can have it for COVID this year.
I would say it's 3/4 full, easy, and, yeah, we got our A game tonight, man. We got great stuff going.
So it's Sunrise Academy in the black and Oak Hill in the white. We are underway for the Heartland Hoops Classic here at Lynn Farrell Arena on the campus of Hastings College. That's Grady Dick with it on the left side. Kenny Poto. And something that I will be probably more just in awe of tonight, Coach, is the sheer athleticism. I don't I don't get to see guys like this. You do. This is your world. But Grady Dick lining up the three. These guys, they move a little different than you and I, though.
Yeah, they do, and they always will. And and we're not getting any younger or better looking. But Grady Dick's a high-level 2022 prospect.
So Oak Hill with their opening possession. Jalen Ricks had it on the near side for just a moment before McKeldin, and now MJ Rice, who leads this Oak Hill Academy team in scoring, misfires on the three, and the rebound will go to Sunrise Christian.
I think this is great for the fans. Nebraska recently opened up, so we get a little more action in here. Starts to maybe feel like we're gaining some progress on this whole pandemic thing.
And we got to give credit to Tino Martinez, who organizes this Heartland Hoops Classic. Tino runs, of course, the GICC men's program and has put this together for the last number of years. And it kind of started as a fun way to get a few extra teams together, and it's turned into we're bringing in national teams. We're doing big stuff with everything about the weekend now.
No doubt, and it was huge to have Strive as part of this. We're happy that you guys are here, and Tino was a huge part of that too, making that happen so people across the world can watch this.
From the near side, that was Rice again, but cannot connect.
Yeah, can't get on track early, but I tell you, he's a highly productive young guy. He's one of their leaders in three-point shooting.
That was Dick on the drive, and a rebound secured by Willie Lightfoot. And now Lightfoot from the near side. And McKeldin grabs the rebound. These two teams have already played here about 2 weeks ago. It was about a 15-point win for Sunrise. And also in the last week, Sunrise knocked off number 1 Mount Verde. So it's a team coached by Luke Barnwell that has really risen up the ranks of the academies in the last number of years.
Yeah, and Kyle Lindstedt, who is now at Minnesota, of course, his dad started Sunrise Prep.
Right.
He was, of course, the architect of the basketball program and elevating that. And now Luke has done a great job adding that talent level. And you look at this group of guys, and holy cow, they're impressive, and they're from a little bit everywhere. And every one of these, probably top 6 or 7 guys are going to play high major college basketball and then play professionally in some form. Right.
Luke McKeldin with the foul, and it'll send Grady Dick to the free throw line. And it'll be so much fun. Like Steve Smith, I've been following Steve on Coach on Twitter forever, and it's like, man, Steve Smith is right down there on that. So I got a fanboy just a little bit. I got Coach up top. I got a Coach on the bottom. I mean, this is different for me. I'll just put it out there for now.
Well, these are fun games to watch. What you'll know is having the chance to be down at Mount Verde Prep, watching those guys. We actually had a kid, Carrington Davis, out of St. Louis that played at Chaminade Prep out of Missouri. And, of course, his teammate was Michael Porter Jr., who was fairly solid. And
above average.
Yeah.
And also, I think the interesting thing will be watching these teams run their sets. Again, you're going to see some different sets that because of the athleticism and the length, you have to run different set when you've got a guy that's 6'8" and can guard anybody.
Yeah, when you get length and versatility, you got to get a little more sophisticated with how you do things and how you execute it. Certainly, that's not. It's just the way. If you just try and play one-on-one with these guys, it's going to be harder and harder to score. Really love Luke Barnwell's energy, by the way, and Steve Smith's such a veteran. You see his savviness.
That was McKeldin along the baseline.
Oak Hill's young.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to talk about that a little bit. This is, 3 upperclassmen on the entire roster.
Right. And then for Sunrise, you've got 4 guys already committed to Division I between Chandler and Brown and Poto and Clements. All committed D1 right now.
And we just saw Kendall Brown score. He's the 15th best prospect in the United States. Kennedy Chandler's 13th. I mean, these guys are high-level prospects. Little zone, looks like a little zone on the out-of-bounds play.
The inbounds for Ricks, but stepped it on the sideline.
And that's where you can put that length to work. You put a big, long guy on the ball, kind of zone up everywhere else, take away the easy passes, create that long opposite side pass. Works out well for a turnover for Sunrise Christian.
And, of course, these teams kind of used to playing back-to-back, and, of course, both these teams will be in action tomorrow night in Grand Island at the Heartland Events Center as they get ready to take on Nebraska's best. That was a lot of fun to watch Millard North last year, and this year Bellevue West gets their crack. They will get Oak Hill in the second-to-last game, they get Sunrise in the second-to-last game, and then it will be Oak Hill against Millard North in the nightcap tomorrow night.
And Nebraska prospects, Chucky Hepburn, of course, you're talking about, committed to Wisconsin. For Bell West, you've got Frankie Fiddler committed to Omaha. And, of course, Hunter Salas uncommitted at this point for Millard North. And Jason Green, who's a high-level young prospect, too.
Clements knocks down the baskets. And hopefully now a little more flow. Sometimes you got to see it go through the hoop once or twice.
Yeah, I was curious tonight whether they were going to play 18-minute halves, 20-minute halves, or 8-minute quarters.
Ended up with quarters and a shot clock.
Yes, I like the shot clock. I wish Nebraska would go to a shot clock. Here's why. It forces guys to have to make plays. It makes you keep playing. You can't just hold a lead. You can't just not play somebody. You can always hold the ball here and there. I like the shot clock resetting to 20 after an offensive rebound. All of those things are good. Look at this.
Oh, Brown was coming down. By the way, it's so funny. I don't know if we'll get a camera shot of it later, but across the way in the front row
are these young kids.
About 10 or 15 kids under the age of probably 8. And trust me, warm-ups was just a hoot for them, and it was fun to watch them watch these guys in warm-ups.
Yeah, there's almost 20 of them in 2 separate places, and they're piled in looking for a big, at that time, Kendall Brown dunk, but it didn't happen.
That's Lightfoot in the corner. And a nice feed into the post, but one follow not good enough. Good opportunity, but it goes 1-2 for
Zach
Clements
there.
And then a double dribble stuck on the hip of MJ Rice.
MJ struggled a little bit starting out, but I think he's going to get plenty of opportunity to get his feet under him.
Yeah, averages almost 19 a game. Scoring-wise, 6 rebounds, couple of assists. 10 block shots also on the year for Oak Hill, 14-6 on their season.
Nice play by Lightfoot there. Hubie Brown always said a point guard is only as good as he is in the lane, and there was a great crossover drive, getting right there, 2 feet right by the charge circle and able to finish that. Beautiful home of Hastings College, Bronco basketball, by the way. I'm looking up at their banners, seeing some NEI national tournament appearances. Of course, when I was at Northern State in Aberdeen, we played them.
Right.
We were number 1 in the country, beat them, lost the national championship game. Still burns me.
the old battle wounds, they never really go away, right?
Northern has got second more than anybody. We got second twice when we were NEI, and I think they've been once in Division II. They've been a runner-up. Just always a bridesmaid.
A.J. Williams in for Oak Hill, and Jalen McDaniels in for Sunrise.
Yeah, A.J., one of those upperclassmen. Good defense by Sunrise Christian. As you alluded to earlier, a lot of length, athleticism, and
Kendall Brown.
Just showing off a little bit.
And the front row goes crazy.
As it should.
Real quick, guys.
We're joined by Mike Sauter.
Mike.
Maybe. Real quick, just one thing. There is a shot clock tonight in this game because it's a non-Nebraska game. Nebraska is one of the states that doesn't have a shot clock. So because there isn't one, that's why there is a shot clock here tonight. Not like it looks like they're going to need to worry about that very much, but that's what it is. So
do we know what tomorrow night?
It will not be a shot clock.
Okay. Well, I doubt if Bell West or Millard North are going to stand out there and hold the ball very long either.
I wouldn't think so, right? The internal shot clock's going to be moving anyway. Poto back in for Sunrise. And MJ Rice back in.
Going to the University of Minnesota, play for Richard Pitino and Kyle Lindstedt, as we previously mentioned. Big Ten.
And when you were talking about Kyle Lindstedt, his dad, right?
Yes.
Didn't just start the basketball, started the school
yes.
at Sunrise.
Yep. wanted young guys with a strong moral compass who wanted to achieve at a high level of athletics too. Oh!
Down the lane, Jaden Atkins finishes with a left. Little over a minute to go in this opening quarter, and the Buffaloes up by 8.
Buffaloes are North American bison, actually,
Right?
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay.
Colorado was a Buffalo. I was at Colorado State, big rival. One time, I got to tell you, I left Colorado State to go to Nebraska to be the head coach. I got one letter from a CU fan. Said, I'm glad you're going to Nebraska. Now I can still hate you. Bill James, class of 85, CU. So that tells you about the Buffaloes. Sorry, I had to get that in there, CU fans. Here's a little press by Oak Hill. I think that's a good idea. Try and get some offense going off your defense.
If nothing else, try to speed up Sunrise a little bit. And then Poto actually gets the tip in there. I don't know if it was do we give it to Poto? Do we give it to Clements?
Is that an assist, a hoop? Is that a basket interference or a tip-in? I don't know.
It was good is what it was.
Yeah.
We're going with it. In the Heartland Hoops Classic, that's perfectly fine.
And the refs have said, we're not getting in the way of this tonight. Foul.
Kendall Brown checking back in as Poto picks up his second personal here in this first quarter.
Yeah, I have never been a huge fan of fouls. I just think they're a bad idea in general.
What was Dr. Naismith thinking?
Exactly. And get that number up there a little bit. Let him play. Look at him move his feet. Jaden Akins is wow.
Akins,
impressive.
good defense. Cameron Carter, better shot when he finally shook free.
2 good plays. Here we are in a quarter.
This is Akins, the pull-up. And the tip follow cannot quite finish. Jalen McDaniels had the opportunity, but it goes wanting. End of 1. It's Sunrise 15 and Oak Hill 7. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back to Hastings College for the Heartland Hoops Classic right after this.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699, or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
Heartland Hoops Classic on Strive TV. Eric Allgood, the coach, Tim Miles with us tonight. Thanks for joining us. Sunrise Academy up 15-7 at the end of 1. And the balance in the depth for Sunrise, it's showing up a little bit right now.
Can't say it better. 6 different guys have scored. Leading scorers got 4 points. Kendall Brown, but showing a lot of depth, a lot of versatility out of this team.
It is Oak Hill in the white and Sunrise in the black. First of 2 games, we will see both these teams in action again tomorrow night up in Grand Island as MJ Rice gets one to go from the outside. 3 guys have scored for Oak Hill. Rice now with 5 to lead his squad.
Rice is good, one of those guys that's going to force the issue one way or another. High usage guy is what we call him.
Right.
Ends a lot of plays.
Big crossover there for Akins, and again, not quite able to finish was McDaniels.
It's hard to finger roll that, especially when you get a little contact. Look at this.
Foot race hustle. Ooh.
Boy, I do not like that call. That's just great hustle. And I know there was a collision, but I let's just call it out of bounds, off Sunrise, and go the other way. See, coaches are expert officials, too, just so you know. We're not wrong very often.
Never.
Best angle in the house.
Right. What is a better angle? The one down there or the one up
Usually
here?
it's the ref's angle, I
Okay,
have to
okay.
admit. It's nice to have video, though. I'm glad we're watching it.
Cameron Carter guarded by Grady Dick.
Yeah, Cameron Carter's a very good scorer for this team. Been relatively quiet so far.
Pull-up jumper there for A.J. Williams. First time he's been on the board. Kind of speaks to how well Sunrise has defended, though. I mean, it's a three-point game at this point, but we're very I mean, everything's been earned right now for Oak Hill.
I think you have to credit, too, Oak Hill kind of crawling back in this, didn't let him get away from him, didn't stress out, didn't do anything crazy.
So it's Clements going baseline and a foul on Rice.
That's his second now.
So I mentioned Zach Clements heading off to KU, play for Coach Self.
Impressive prospect here. You know, when you get these guys with skill and length, if I had to guess, he's probably 6'8". I'm looking at this. I'm just guessing. And his wingspan's probably greater than that. Actually,
Yep,
6'10".
listed 6'10", yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, when you get that kind of length and then you add that kind of skill with some athleticism, you've got a high-level prospect, and good things happen. And Bill Self has done a lot of things with a lot of those kind of guys over the years.
Poto back in there.
By the way, this could be the first time we see Kansas not win the Big 12 in a long time.
Long time. Boy, the top 25 right now doesn't include Duke. It doesn't include North Carolina. Like, this has got to be a pandemic going on, right?
The Blue Bloods are suffering. They ran out of blue.
I guess. Dribble drive from Xavier Brown and the kick for A.J. Williams.
Excellent offense there. Moved the ball, drove hard. Sunrise was trying to heat up some defensive pressure.
And Sunrise has missed some close opportunities, so offensively they've kind of come away. Now we got a ball on the floor, and now Dick comes away with it. Hard to the rim, and a stronger finish there from Grady
it's just
Dick.
a better finish. 1 out of 4 on finishes in their last 4 opportunities. That's going to go the other way, I think. Oh.
We will stay at this end.
Oak Hill getting their feet under him like we talked about earlier.
Carter gets in the lane, tough little leaner. Tried to track it down, but Grady Dick able to secure it.
Grady Dick, a 2022 prospect. Lightfoot has been really good tonight. I tell you, he's a creator and a great quickness.
Couple of rebounds, couple of points. Just a little too far in the run out there, trying to get it up to Ricks. Grady Dick, the 2020 Gatorade Player of the Year. So comes with some pedigree there.
Yeah. You know, those awards don't come easily either. You know, they're one of those things the coaches usually vote on, as I recall. And when you get that kind of award, yeah, it's an impressive feat.
Lightfoot down to Poto, got great position underneath and actually gave it up on his spin.
Yeah, probably could have gone over his right shoulder instead of his left. Shot it left-handed. Instead he needed to get back to that right hand. Sometimes those young guys just don't have their pivots down the way they should.
Williams up top going to work on Lightfoot. And the 3 for Carter.
Yeah, Carter just can't quite get on track right now.
Clements going to work. Can't get the finish.
And that's what you get. You've seen Sunrise 2 feet in the paint all night so far. And that's going to drive up your bonus. That's where, obviously, a lot of traffic, a lot of fouls, but it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Clements at the free throw line where he is now 2 of 3 on the night. He's got 4 total points. And Dick will get a breather, and Jaden Akins back into the Sunrise lineup. 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Thanks for joining us on a snowy night. Might be better to be inside watching this on Strive than braving the elements anyway, but for those that have made it, they're being entertained right now and looking forward to another trip down for Kendall Brown, who has been the smoothest operator for Sunrise tonight.
Wait, does he look like a guy that's going to Baylor or what?
Yes.
I mean, just every one of those Baylor guys right now, what are they, 2 in the country, 17-0, I think. Just all look the same. Long, athletic, great skill.
Good hustle play
Nice
there.
Effort, absolutely.
Justin Mcbride, 31, yep. Justin Mcbride, a class of 23 prospect.
A lot of young guys for this Oak Hill Academy team.
And so far that we could find, nobody committed. You know they're coming at some point. As Clemens shows you why Bill Self would what? Why wouldn't you want a 6'10" kid that can shoot a three? Sure, why not?
Power forward who makes 3 threes a game, something like that. Always nice to have.
Spot up shot from Williams. Brown the rebound.
Don't love that shot just because it's kind of an individual play. And what I mean by that is your rebounding's it's not off an expected shot.
Jalen McDaniels and Grady Dick back in for Sunrise, and in for Oak Hill. Manny Okatondo. I had to double check with Rich. We were right though, Coach.
Okatondo. That's the most stressful thing is saying these guys' names wrong because I don't want their parents at home fire off an angry email. We're trying to get it right, folks.
Sunrise up 9. Clements going to work. And another opportunity from Akins.
Shot clock, we call this fire.
And a misfire is what we get from Akins. And a nice in-rhythm three-pointer that time for Jalen Ricks. First points of the night for Jalen.
Yeah, he's a guy that gets about 11 points, 7 rebounds a night.
Final minute and a half of this first half. Lightfoot gets that high post area.
You know, Lightfoot kind of reminds me of a kid, Xavier Johnson, who wears number 4, also played for Team Takeover out of Washington, D.C., Arlington, Virginia, young guy.
Soft shooting touch for Cameron Carter, and a timeout for Sunrise coach Luke Barnwell, 32nd timeout. It's the first timeout.
The pace has picked up a great deal in the last 6, 7, 8 minutes, and since the end of the first, I think Oak Hill has come out and really, takes a while. I don't care who you're playing, especially when you've just been, beat by 15 or 17 previously a few weeks back. Sometimes that takes a while to get that confidence. And Sunrise is a great defensive team.
Yeah, making them work for it. Sunrise also, we mentioned, though, they had about 4 or 5 very close in the lane shots that didn't fall, too.
Yeah. They've had 5. They were 1 for 6 of their last 6, I believe, or 2 for 7 of their last 7. That they've been in there, and those are high percentage shots. Now, they have been able to get fouled a little bit and get to the foul line and convert there.
So Sunrise leading by 3.
It doesn't matter if you're a high school in C1 like we talked about, which is a division of high school basketball in Nebraska, or high-level prep school where you got 2 top 20 teams, or college in the Big Ten or the Mountain West or wherever. Make your layups, make your free throw. The same recipe usually works.
Right. Don't give up any big runs, or try not to.
Well, certainly.
And make the shots when they're available.
Depends when you're catching Michigan.
Right.
Yes. If you catch them late in the year and Beeline had them going, then it was a different story.
Opportunity to tie it. And opportunity comes knocking for A.J. Williams, and the outside shot, that's 5 threes in the quarter now for Oak Hill, and they have come all the way back to tie it up at 26. Lightfoot down the lane.
Yeah,
Good
he's
finish.
impressive. The three-point shot, of course, a great equalizer. And here we have a last-second opportunity for Oak Hill Academy.
Shot clock turned off. Caleb Foster with his dribble. And continued his dribble till Clements knocked it away with 2.
This will be really interesting to me to see exactly what Oak Hill runs against this kind of hybrid zone. They've scored the last 2 out-of-bounds plays. Not this one, though.
Got a tip and then a block, and that's how we are going to end the half. No whistle at the end. And
no, that's why you put a long guy on the ball, especially for a play like that. Very good play out of Sunrise, not so much out of Oak Hill. Excellent first half, though. We saw great basketball by both teams.
Going to be fun to look at this one, and both coaches are going to go talk about things at halftime and say, well, what do we want to try coming up? We're going to try to get our Mike Sauter, I think.
Yeah, Mike's going to do the studio show from the sideline, I think.
That
and just carry 10 minutes, I've heard.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna get something like that coming up in a little bit. We will we'll come back to Mike a little bit later on, we'll come back to Mike in just a little bit. It's a new setup for us tonight too, so we're working on our communication. But how about we take a quick commercial, Jordan, and we'll check in with Mike in just a moment.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699. Or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
We can take the audio through the 8-9.
All right, here with Coach Barnwell. Coach, you were up. They came back. How do you kind of slow them down a little bit more in the first half? Both teams, it's 28-26, not a lot of.
We let our bad offense get them out in transition. We took some bad shots and didn't finish around the rim. We've missed, just haven't been sharp enough. And that started.
Okay, thanks.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699, or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
Welcome back to Hastings College for the Heartland Hoops Classic on Strive TV. My name is Eric Allgood, the coach Tim Miles up here with us, and we've got a good one going, Coach. Sunrise Christian Academy out of Wichita, Kansas, leading Oak Hill from Virginia, 28-26 here at the half. What have you liked to see out of both teams so far?
Well, folks, if you're joining us late, what we saw was Sunrise Christian really exert their willpower on the defensive end early. Very impressive. Oak Hill Academy riding the three-point shot in the second half. Balanced scoring on both sides. Very impressive.
Yeah, leading scorer for both squads has 8. A.J. Williams came off the bench, hit 2 of his threes. In fact, had all 8 of his points in the second quarter. Zach Clements has 8 to lead Sunrise Christian, who had a lot of close-range opportunities. Surely Coach Barnwell mentioning something about that. Hey, we got the shots we wanted, just didn't finish them.
Boy, they were at the front of the rim and in the lane a lot.
Sunrise going to get it first here. In the black uniforms, Oak Hill in the white. Thanks for joining us on Strive's coverage of the Heartland Hoops Classic. We've got the number 3 and number 6 ranked teams in the country at Lynn Farrell Arena at Hastings College here on a snowy and bitterly cold Friday night. If you are watching us, you are wrapped up in a blanket or two, cup of hot chocolate, maybe a coffee, as we get a lob on the backside to MJ Rice. And that's the kind of thing that got everybody on the Oak Hill bench standing up too.
Yeah, great play design. Good job coming out of the half. And now defense creating offense.
And coming right back, Dick, though, gets in there to knock it free. And Grady Dick forces the turnover in transition.
Yeah, probably one too many passes.
Got it right back on a good feedback from Poto. And Grady Dick has 7 points.
Yeah, he was able to finish inside that time. We've made a big deal of that.
Grady opened the scoring of the game with a three-pointer, had a nice finish then later on in the second quarter, and then that finish you just saw for his 7.
MJ Rice talked about being a high-usage player. He's a guy that's forcing the issue. And, again, that's what you want, a guy that can make plays, and he's a strong, older kid he's a junior. And great body, and one of those young guys that can go out and really get his own shot against any defense.
Second foul against Willie Lightfoot. They call him for the reach on the drive there from Brown.
He almost picked up his 3rd.
He was the one Lightfoot was really making things go for Sunrise in that first quarter.
He's been an impressive player.
And then Poto.
Well, he got lucky there.
Yeah, I did.
You could see Poto, got in foul trouble early, sat out. He was kind of stretching a little extra, one of those kind of little extra stretch coming off the bench here, trying to get warm.
These teams came into Grand Island actually yesterday, so had a practice yesterday, a practice today up at the event center, and now playing tonight. Has another good finish, again, all the way deep in the post for Clements.
That's actually a Kansas play, so they're getting Clements ready right for the action going inside.
Kind of screens underneath, and then he just seals that off, right?
Comeback, yeah. You kind of throw it one way, throw it back the other. Whoop, we're going inside.
And another close-range shot, this one from Jalen Reed, who we haven't talked a lot about Jalen.
No, Jalen, and he's a good player. 21 blocks on the year, 9 steals, 5 points, about 4 rebounds a game, 6'8", good length on him. You can see he's got a great frame. All these high school guys have got that forward tilt on their shoulders. They're still going to fill out. We'll be seeing the before and after pictures of him,
right.
The weight room stuff.
I want to see the before and after for Rondo.
Oh, boy.
Somewhere in the halls of Oak Hill.
Yeah, you probably have some rings on his finger out there somewhere.
Then you get the forward hunch from
after.
all the jewelry.
Yeah.
Sunrise's lead is 3.
I think Steve Hill made that call for the official. He kept his hand on top of the ball. It certainly was a high dribble, about 6 feet 8 inches off the floor.
Right.
But I think he kept his hand on top of it. But, for the sake of thank God there's no monitor review, we'll just keep playing.
Well, on we go. And again, we don't have the shot clock on our score bug on screen, but we are using the 30-second clock. Good rebound and finish, tough finish there for Jalen Reed in transition.
Yeah, good start to the second half for Jalen Reed.
So the Sunrise lead is 1. Lightfoot will draw a couple of free throws.
Yeah, that was just one of those hesitation plays. You get right down the lane line, right down that line of the free throw line, call that the lane line, and then he's able to, get down to his left hand, protect himself with his shoulder, take the foul, take contact, get a chance to make a couple foul shots.
Lightfoot with 4 points so far tonight.
Yeah, I was alluding to earlier, it reminds me of Xavier Johnson, who was one of the top 5 freshmen in the ACC as a freshman. He's a junior now, starting for let me think here. Who is the head coach at Pittsburgh? He was the assistant, Jeff Capel.
Yeah.
Done a fine job with him. Of course, we had signed him, and he was committed to us. That's why I know him so well. And then we lost him late, of course. But Xavier is a heck of a player in the ACC, and Lightfoot reminds me a little of that.
Kenny Poto with the offensive rebound.
You can see why Richard Patino and Kyle Instead like him. Very long.
And he's going to get to a college training table.
Yeah.
And that's going to help him tremendously, too.
And he's got a nose for the ball. And all these guys, the regimentation of a college program is usually the most remarkable thing. That and there's just competition. Like right here, you're pushed in practice. But now multiply this by 3 or so, or maybe even 4, and that's what it feels like to be in a college practice. In every one of those college practices. Even the mid-majors have guys that are ferocious physically and competitively and quick and strong, really know how to play. So it's a great this is an event like this is great for these guys, and high-level basketball is great for these guys, but college is always an adjustment.
It's different for anybody to make that jump, right?
No doubt. Hardest thing is, too, that strength and conditioning, everything goes with that.
Timeout for Oak Hill Academy. We're going to step aside as well, take a real quick breather. We'll come back to Hastings College in the Heartland Hoops Classic after this.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699. Or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
Eric Allgood and Tim Miles back with you on Strive TV's coverage of the Heartland Hoops Classic. We are at Lynn Farrell Arena at Hastings College tonight for Oak Hill Academy and Sunrise Christian Academy.
Yeah, Oak Hill just not connected on a 3 yet in the second half. That was their lifeblood in the second quarter.
Hit 5 of them in that second quarter. And now we got a strip. MJ Rice, and then MJ has it taken back.
Nice pass by Lightfoot.
Got it right back from Poto as well, and a big finish from Willie Lightfoot.
You see an animated Luke Barnwell, too, on the sideline.
Kendall Brown just picked up his second personal foul and the third team foul.
So Kendall Brown made a campus visit when we were at Nebraska,
yep.
And his dad was a player at Southwest Minnesota State, where I was a Division II coach for 4 years. It was my first Division II job. And when I found out Jelani had a son like Kendall, I was like, holy cow.
Transition run out there and a good finish. Kind of a soft touch around the rim that time for Kendall Brown. Kendall with 8 points. He and Clements also has 10 as the Sunrise lead is up to 8 after Oak Hill had taken a 1 point lead. Akins looks to push into the lane, though, and pivoted on both. We're going to see Jalen McDaniels come back into the ballgame now.
He struggled a little bit tonight, Aiken has, just trying to make a little bit too much happen.
And that's what I think has got to be fun to see as these guys grow. We talk about the length and the athleticism, and that's like the raw materials that you get to work with as a coach. But how cool is it to see a kid who can come in like that and, can have a game where, things don't quite click and get him to the point where, things are all clicking a lot.
I used to like to watch a kid when he was struggling, because it told you a lot about his character, his competitiveness, and then really pay attention to how well he bounces back.
Cameron Carter with the three-pointer there for Oak Hill.
Good defense.
And the three-pointer there for Grady Dick, the answer back. So Grady's got 10 points now. 3 guys over 8 points for Sunrise. And as you kind of looked at, we looked at some season averages, which don't always mean a ton for some of these guys. But, a little more balance of the scoring for Sunrise throughout the lineup. And we saw that in the first half, and it's continuing now here in the second.
Yeah, their depth is really showing. And guys that are coming off the bench are as good as guys that are starting. They're also a little older than Oak Hill Academy,
right,
too. And that 1 year at this age can make a big difference.
Sunrise in the half-court set with 10 on the shot clock. Lightfoot had it stripped and taken away.
Just over-dribbled there. Anytime you turn your back to the basket, too. Oh,
Ricks.
Yeah.
Out of bounds.
Can't do that.
Yep. How about the defense? The defense both taking big swings at it. Nobody connected for any foul.
So really the mark of a great defense is how your defense is after one of your own turnovers. And there you saw really Sunrise get back into the play, be able to swipe and take that away and stop the layup.
A reminder that all day long tomorrow you can watch all 8 games of the Heartland Hoops Classic right here on Strive TV. In fact, on the same link you're on right now, there is a secondary player that is currently right below this one that you can buy the $15 all-day pass. So you can watch Mullen and Loomis starting at 8 a.m., and you can also watch Oak Hill Academy.
If I'm late, let's say my coffee maker doesn't go off till 8:30. I can still buy the pass.
You can still buy the pass.
Thank God.
You can still buy the pass. You can still catch the second half of Mullen and Loomis because that was not going to take very long to get through. I know that. And then you can set that same pass for tomorrow morning for Mullen and Loomis. It will work to watch Bell West and Millard North and Oak Hill Academy and Sunrise Christian. It is really one of the true showcase and marquee events in the state of Nebraska. And, again, huge props to Tino Martinez for putting it together, putting it on, getting these teams in here, and tomorrow should be a ton of fun. We'll be up in Grand Island at the Heartland Event Center there at Fauner Park. Grady Dick comes off the screen, but can't hit on the 3. A.J. Williams clears the rebound. Down the lane, nice leave and a good finish that time for Justin Mcbride. Second hoop of the game for Justin. Minute 10 to go, third quarter, and Sunrise up 6. Clements, good seal again.
That's that inside play again. The KU special, I call it. Come back.
Yep. And a good pass that time. Grady Dick over the top of the defense, got it right where Clements could do something with it quickly.
Nice touch. You can see why Dick is one of the premier players in the 2022 class.
.10 on the shot clock. And a foul. They're going to call this one on the floor. As Rice got into the lane, they will call the foul on Dick. That'll be Grady's second. Caleb Foster coming in for Oak Hill. You know, we're talking about the opportunity. This is two top 10 teams in the country playing against each other tonight. But the opportunity tomorrow when Bellevue West and Millard North each get their own crack at one of these top teams in the country, what a tremendous opportunity for them to see just exactly where they are on the national stage.
And the Nebraska teams have done well over the years. I mean, Omaha Central has competed well,
yep,
and Bell West and Millard North have all competed very well over the years in this event.
And it's it's led to probably a little bit higher profile for some of those.
No doubt.
Hunter Salas is the top-ranked high school player from Nebraska in ever, right?
Well, and AAU basketball is very good. It used to be the old Nebraska Bison teams that I used to watch, and the OSA Crusaders, OSA Sports Academy. Those guys just do a tremendous job. Thomas Lichtai out of Omaha Elite. there's just so many niches out there where these guys are competing at a high level. Pooh Bear Chandler, who's at Wichita now, was at Omaha Elite. But really, OSA has had the guys recently. They've got guys everywhere. High level, Division I, mid-level Division I. Been a lot of fun to watch. How high school basketball and summer basketball especially has been elevated.
Dick on the last second will rattle home the three-pointer. Great
Possession
ball
of
movement.
zone on Oak Hill.
Yep.
That's one a coach regrets after it's over. Down 11.
Down 11 going to the fourth quarter. Sunrise up 47-36. A quick break. We will come back for the fourth quarter after this.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699. Or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
Eric Allgood and the coach Tim Miles with us on Strive TV's coverage of the Heartland Hoops Classic. Wichita's Sunrise Christian Academy leading Virginia's Oak Hill Academy 47-36. And coach, you were a newspaper guy growing up, right? We have a retraction. We have a correction, right?
I do, and I apologize to Courtney Brown Sr. Of course, there was another young guy, Jelani McCoy, that played in that conference years earlier, but Courtney Brown and then his son Courtney Jr. Signed at Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and of course Kendall now signed at Baylor. So there's my retraction, my apology.
That's okay. We got to give you that opportunity, right?
Yeah, I blew it.
There's a spot up three and a high five foul. And it will send A.J. Williams to the free throw line, and Willie Lightfoot just picked up number 3.
Yeah, Lightfoot does a really good job of getting to shooters because he's got good length, but he's a shorter guy. So for him to get up, and we always said a contest means at some point when the guy's in his shooting action, okay, you have a hand over the ball within 3 feet, okay? So we had it just narrowed down to that was a true contest. Well, he was trying to contest that three, and it cost him because he was coming from the side, of course, and just didn't get there in time.
And good ball movement, good set that time to get those guards rotating up quickly.
Yeah, I think if Oak Hill's going to win this, they're going to have to do it from the three-point line.
Yeah, we mentioned, didn't hit any threes in the first quarter. Then they hit 5 in the second, and then they hit 1 in the third.
Yeah, and this, of course, being 3 free throws has a chance to equate that same thing.
2 out of 3 there for AJ, but he does have 10 points now.
Hardest thing in the world to do is make those 3 as you know. You think a guard would do it every time, and in practice, you've got to practice 3 at a time often. That was one of the things. I grew up, I'm so darn old that we didn't have the three-point line.
Right.
Here's Kendall Brown now showing off. Didn't get it to go.
And an opportunity on the run out for Xavier Brown. Into the corner for A.J. Williams.
Oak Hill, I tell you, those officials on the coaching staff at Oak Hill are outstanding.
They are really good, right?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Jaden Akins with his second personal foul. And a chance at the and one for Caleb Foster. That's Caleb's first basket of the night.
Consecutive three-point opportunities here for Oak Hill. And now they've got this thing down to 6 in a hurry.
Still a lot of time to go, 7:16 in the fourth quarter. So we're playing 8-minute quarters. We do have the 30-second shot clock for tonight. As we heard from our Mike Sauter, tomorrow when these two teams play against the Nebraska schools, we will not have the shot clock.
Can we get a more credible source, please?
I know. I would love to, but
no,
Mike's the new guy on the team.
Yeah,
and okay.
Yeah, Mike's great. He is great.
Foul on the rebound.
Poto.
Oh, they're going to call it on the box out.
Yeah, sometimes if you're displacing a guy or you get your hands wrapped behind him, backwards, you can get in trouble that way.
I don't know. If I had a 6'11" guy, I've done that. You got to do something to keep the guy.
Take him out below the knees, man.
Right.
Well, that's where your butt is in the first place on some of those guys, so.
Yeah.
Sunrise continues to look inside, touch the post.
Great feed again. Grady Dick that time.
Yeah, a lot of ways to do it. You can, they've done it with some misdirection, throw it in there. They've done some high-low. And, of course, you can do screen and roll. It's harder for the defense to get there and cover that, of course, because the man's out hedging on the ball. You got to get your help defenders in on that midline. And Oak Hill just missed it that time.
But somebody's going to get a really nice ball player in Grady Dick here next year.
Yeah.
Smooth with his handle.
Well, just think of it. As a sophomore, he's Gatorade Player of the Year.
Right. So somebody noticed. McDaniels, though, goes 0 for 2 at the stripe, and the lead remains 6.
Oh.
Got an opportunity for Williams again, and a misfire from close range, but
maybe it's that basket because Sunrise was about 2 for their last 7 on that basket inside. Now Oak Hill's missed a few too. But all of those shots, it's easy for me to sit here and say as a coach, but if you can angle yourself so you can get that on the glass, even when those guys, guards are going in with runners and such, it's really so hard to just lay that thing in when you're taking contact and all those other things. You've got to use the force of your jump, the contact, get it up on the glass where you've got some forgiveness.
Had a coach always told me you got to shoot that. No matter how fast you're going, you have to shoot that. You can't always rely on that finger roll, if you will.
No, that's there's only one guy that could do that, the Iceman, George Gervin.
He was a big George Gervin fan, I'm pretty sure.
I had his poster right next to Farrah Fawcett. That's how old I am, okay?
Rice makes 1 and 2. The lead is 5. And still a lot of time, 6 minutes to go here in this one. Scoring pace of this game much different from when these two teams played in the last couple of weeks. It was 85-70 and somewhere in that neighborhood. So both teams maybe a little familiarity, know what the sets are, understand what the athletes are trying to do on the other side. And we've seen a lot of close shots that have missed too.
Yeah, there's probably been 4 or 5 baskets by each team that just haven't gone that way.
Lightfoot got all the way to the rim but couldn't finish that one.
There's another one.
Yep. And Kendall Brown gets that one knocked free.
Boy, Kendall Brown, he just looks the part of an NBA player. Long, athletic, plays with such ease and grace.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard with those guys to honestly keep them engaged where they feel highly competitive,
really?
And that's where I'd like to see this last 5 minutes of the game, how Kendall responds, to a close game.
Williams trying to find that touch, but cannot. Hit a couple of those threes in the second quarter.
Caleb Foster with a big offensive rebound. He's got 38 made threes on the year, too, and that was a great look for Caleb Foster out of Oak Hill.
And Coach Barnwell all the way out to midcourt to call his timeout.
Thought he was reffing for a second.
He and Coach Smith have both been the fifth refs on the floor here tonight.
Their 3-year-old child was drawing the coaching box.
Right, yeah. That's it. 5:15 to go here in this one. Again, a reminder, we've got all 8 games of the Heartland Hoops Classic tomorrow. We start things up with Mullen and Loomis and some fun matchups. And, again, I think that's one of the cool things that Tino Martinez does when he puts this together is you get teams that wouldn't normally play each other. You get St. Paul taking on Elkhorn North. Elkhorn North is in their first year as a school. They're a Class B school taking on St. Paul, who's got a really good class of seniors. Tommy Robileski leads that group. He's going to play football at Wyoming. So that'll be
Craig
fun.
Bull, good friend of mine, Craig Bull.
Nice. We're going to see who else we got? Ashland Greenwood had to bow out with some COVID issues, so Logan View Scribner Snyder is going to take on Grand Island Northwest. And then we're going to get Mount Michael and Gish, and we get a little break. And the one that I'm very excited is the first one after the break, BRLD, the two-time defending C2 champions, taking on Auburn, the two-time defending C1 champions. Now, I was hoping that was going to be two undefeated teams, but BRLD lost to Elkhorn North earlier this year. And then you'll get
Auburn hasn't lost since for a year or so.
For 2 years ago when BRLD beat them in the Heartland Hoops Classic. Then you will get GICC taking on Pius.
Isaac Trout versus the Hoiberg twins.
Yep, that'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the nightcaps, it's Sunrise Academy taking on Chucky Hepburn and Bellevue West. And then the nightcap will be Oak Hill against Hunter Salas, St. Thomas, and Millard North.
Great games all day. In fact, I'm going where you and I get to do you probably do all the game, but I'm doing the last two with you. And but I'm going to be there early to watch some of those other games. It's going to be a lot of fun.
No, I'm going to save the voice for the last two. We got some college kids that are phenomenal that will be able to handle the 8 a.m. call for Mullen and Lewis.
There it is. Good.
As long as they can get here, I guess I should be ready for that.
It's going to be perfect.
Williams again lining it up, but boy, it just has not gone down here in this second half for A.J. Williams.
No, Foster had a wide open look too that he usually makes.
Brown coast to coast.
Look at that.
Nearly. Justin McBride with his second personal foul. Both teams are in the bonus, 7 fouls. This one was on the shot, though, for Kendall Brown. 8 points so far in the ballgame.
Yeah, in the year, Oak Hill's 14-6, and with the young team and the type of schedule you play, that national type schedule you play, really comes into play. And then Sunrise Christian, 17-2. Really, really impressive. You understand why they're so highly ranked.
Yeah, I keep going back, and I know we've talked about it a few times. The depth and the quality of depth for Sunrise is really, really fun to watch, and it's kind of afforded them to afforded Coach Barnwell to rest some guys to get them a few extra minutes of catching their breath, as this is such a good and athletic Oak Hill team too.
And young.
.12 on the shot clock for Oak Hill. Foster goes to work, gets one to go in the lane.
Tough hit right there. Caleb Foster in the 2023 class. He'd be a sophomore.
Yeah.
I have to talk to my son. He's in that class. Get him to perk up.
Right. You hang him upside down by his feet, too, right?
You need to. He's only about 5'8". He's got a short mom. But she was an All-American in track, so
there's hope.
Yeah, and he moves pretty good. So, unfortunately, they lost their track season last year to COVID.
Yep. Yeah, we're rapidly approaching the 1-year anniversary of when, for NSAA-wise, in most of the country,
I was in the studio covering the opening rounds of the Big Ten tournament. I was on the Big Ten Network, and I was with John Beeline. And all of a sudden, the NBA stops, Rudy Gobert gets it, and I think it's kind of one of those moments, you remember where you were. The NBA stops their season, and then one conference tournament after the other, and pretty soon the NCAA announced, and holy cow.
And then it seemed like it was a national thing for the state of Nebraska until NCAA canceled not just the March Madness tournament, they canceled College World Series.
Yes.
And I think that was, at least in the state of Nebraska, that was when everybody went, whoa,
yeah,
wait a minute.
Omaha's been the host of that for a long, long time, folks, and it's such a huge event for that area and for the entire state. But for college baseball, it's a huge thing, and they really do it well. They're going to have volleyball this spring.
Yes, that'll be a ton of fun. High-low action, but knocked free, and then Brown down the lane.
Yeah, if you didn't know what we were talking about, now you know.
That's the Kendall Brown we've been waiting to see, and the front row kids were having a blast with that one on the other side.
Nice answer.
Yeah, big finish there from MJ Rice right back to the rim. So the lead's still 6, 3 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, the competitive juices are now perking. It's like an NBA game.
Well, now we get a little defense chant from the Oak Hill bench, too. At least momentarily. Brown just flushed the big dunk. Can't get the three, though.
Yeah, just he'll his release a little low. Just got to release that a little higher. He'll be fine. That's a block.
It is a block, and it's a good take there from Jalen Ricks. Got it right back in transition, and Ricks is going to get a couple of free throws.
Well, you can see the urgency on Oak Hill trying to come back on this. They're playing with the last two possessions, great pace, and again, they're right at the point of the rim. Both times on the right side. Earlier, MJ Rice scores it, and now we're going to the foul line. Jalen Ricks, one of the 3 upperclassmen, seniors on this team. 10 points a game, 11 points a game, 25 made threes. But you look at the other things he does. 43 steals, this is before tonight, 12 blocks on the year. And his season high is 25 points. You know, that tells you a lot about his potential and a way to stuff the stat sheet.
And a senior leading you in some of those categories, too. Ricks goes 1 of 2 there, 4 points for Jalen in the game. The lead is 5 for Sunrise.
Yeah, Ricks has been highly recruited. A lot of high major teams are certainly recruiting him very hard.
This is Lightfoot into the lane, now back out.
Lightfoot, kind of the ultimate distributor. High-level defender, very quick and athletic. Not much of an outside shot, but Kendall Brown showing you his variety and a tough turnover for Oak Hill.
13 in the game now for Kendall Brown. Xavier Brown in for Oak Hill. Almost.
Again, the refs at Oak Hill are very good.
They are. They haven't missed a one, have they?
No, they're all over it. They got their turnover, too.
Lightfoot got a little stuck along the baseline.
Coach Smith egging his guys on. Let's go, go, go. Oh.
Oh, and got it the second time around.
That's amazing.
The three is going to be good, and I think they're going to call the foul on the floor. Well, maybe not.
Yes. No. One shot. Count the three.
Count the basket.
4-point play.
4-point opportunity, and it's on Lightfoot, and that's no.
No. I think it's Poto.
Oh, we're on Poto.
Who subbed himself out immediately.
Do it right away.
Yeah.
So a chance here for 4.
Well, I guess I didn't bring it up right when I said they have to make threes.
Right.
Because they've been fouled at a 3, made 2 out of 3. Now they get a chance for a 4-point play, but I think we know what we're talking about on Oak Hill coming back. Now I expect some press on this, too.
Lightfoot, though, one quick pass, and Clements has it across the line.
Heady guy.
Grady Dick going to work. Tough finish from Grady
tough.
Dick. 15 in the ball game for Grady.
Once again, he's an underclassman, folks. A lot of really impressive underclassmen here.
Akins with a foul, his 3rd personal foul.
MJ Rice, strong. I tell you, he was going right through. You know, a lot of times young players will try and drive, and they'll take an angle to kind of try and go around their defender.
Nope.
Not MJ Rice. He is going right through you, and you're either going to foul him or you're going to get out of the way.
Bonus situation here for MJ. And 12 points in the ball game.
Well, I'm thankful this game's on TV stream because all those fans out there watching and those parents and relatives watching back home wouldn't want to miss this one.
Nice feed up ahead, and Dick gets the layup on the assist from Akins.
Especially Grady's family.
17 in the ball game for Grady Dick.
Nice extra pass.
Caleb Foster brings
timeout.
it back to a 2-point game, and Coach Smith takes the timeout.
The three-pointer playing a huge role for Oak Hill Academy.
It's going to be a full timeout, so we are going to step aside as well. We'll come back to Hastings College. 1:07 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699. Or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.
Got a minute 7 to go in this one. We've got the push-ups going. Look at these guys getting after it.
I tell you, those guys are impressive, young, strong, young guys here in Hastings. Tom Osborne hired me.
Yeah.
I can go to my grave with that one, I tell you. Well, Tim, let me tell you, I'm doing pretty good today. One of the nicest gentlemen in the world. How about Oak Hill coming back, cutting this thing to 2?
High drama on the high plains. Lightfoot into the double team.
He's in trouble.
Coach bails him out with a timeout.
You know, there were 3 years in college where you couldn't call that live ball timeout.
Right.
I swear to goodness it cost us a couple games because right in that situation, that was ready to be a turnover after he picked up his dribble. But bad place to pick it up for Lightfoot. Good timeout by Coach Barnwell.
One final reminder, we're on all day tomorrow. We start things up at 8 o'clock in the morning for the Heartland Hoops Classic. You can watch all of the games from the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island right here on Strive. Don't forget, that is the second player right below the one you're watching right now. It's a $15 online ticket. Pay one time. Watch as much basketball as you could possibly want. 8 games in a day. Almost as good as the NCAA tournament, Coach.
I mean, I think so. Because I'm going to be there with you.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. Can't wait for it. Our late games, we'll have you back.
In the old days, you know, when I was coaching, it seemed like there was always something going on. We were on the road somewhere and we'd miss this event and really hated it. Or we had a home game the next day. Like tonight, the Huskers are playing, so they they can't be here anyway because of COVID. But at the same time, this is such a good event, not only for the state of Nebraska, but for these teams to come up here and put themselves out there like that. Oak Hill Academy and, of course, Sunrise Christian, you appreciate that.
So 18 on the shot clock, 55 seconds on the game clock.
Watch Aikens stepping in.
And they had 2 guys diving to the rim, and it's going to draw the foul for Aikens.
Yeah, that was a risky play by Oak Hill, doubling the point guard Lightfoot, and then leaving Aikens wide open.
Well, you had Aikens, and then if Aikens gets it and gets cut off, you have shooter and post still on that side.
Yeah, you're playing 3-on-2 or 4-on-3, whatever it is, your advantage basketball.
Jaden Aikens here at the foul line.
Oak Hill's been able to score quickly the last few possessions. Be interesting to see what happens here.
Couple of important free throws there. So 2-possession game, or, well, we just saw the 4-point play a little while ago, so
you never know.
Never know.
Here comes the weave.
$10 on the clock. Spinning shot won't fall for Foster, and a jump ball.
It's going to Sunrise Christian.
Yep, on the alternating possession.
So now you've got to press and foul. Obviously, the shot clock's off. You can't play defense. Put yourself out there. Get a quick trap. See if you maybe take away the quick reversal. Oh, good job, Dick, filling up.
Ooh. That was just slow enough, though, from Grady Dick. That was nearly a turnover.
Yeah.
Good job by Brown to take one extra step to come get it.
You just got to be careful any slow pass, bounce pass, or just an easy pass going back against pressure. And late in the game, you want to expect contact, don't expect the call.
Right.
Expect contact, don't expect the call. Some kids expect the whistle to blow, and pretty soon they've got a jump ball in their hands or whatever it might be.
Double bonus here for Jaden Aikens.
Kendall Brown, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kendall. Yeah, the other one.
The best players know how to get the ball late, get fouled to run up that average.
Right.
Coach, how are you? Good to see you, buddy.
That's 4 straight free throws made by Sunrise as a team.
Yeah, probably need if you're not going to get a quick 2, you need a great look at the 3.
Right idea, not a great pass. And now a run-out opportunity here for Grady Dick, fouled on the floor.
Yeah, I
with
think
9 left.
Oak Hill made a really good comeback, just couldn't get over the top. They have to feel better about this matchup, of course, opposed to last time losing by, 15 or 17 or whatever it might be. And, again, very solid effort by Sunrise Christian. Appreciate everybody watching tonight on Strive TV.
And then how about that? The steal laying out for that one was Willie Lightfoot.
And calling timeout to preserve the victory. Heady player.
6 free throws in a row. I mean, it's coach's dream, right? You got to protect the lead, so you're playing tough defense. You don't give up anything easy or quick. And then you come down, you make your free throws, and then you see one of your best players laying out for the defensive effort and making the play, seal up this game.
Yeah, usually you want to pick up full court so they can't just roll it down the floor and something crazy happen on you. And he decided to take a little risk and make it pay off.
So, again, Sunrise looks like they're going to improve to 18-2 on the season. Oak Hill 14-7. After this one here tonight.
The inaugural game of the 2021 Heartland Hoops Classic to be continued tomorrow, as we talked about, 8 a.m.
Mullen and Loomis. Hopefully they're already in Grand Island. That might be a trip for Mullen.
So I'm driving back to Lincoln. So guess who's going to regret? I don't think tonight will be much regret, but tomorrow morning when I drive back and you either go south to Hastings or north to Grand Island, I'm going to be like, why didn't I just stay in Hastings or Grand Island? Got to get it in here.
And they do for Brown, and he gets a little slap on the way up. That's 11 in the second half and 17 for the game for Kendall Brown.
And he makes it look pretty easy. Excellent game here tonight. Sunrise really finishes strong, of course.
Rice goes for the big finish, and that is going to be our finish. Wichita Sunrise Academy 67, Oak Hill Academy 56. Fun game here tonight. These two teams, there's a ton of talent, so much fun. And congratulations to the Buffaloes of Sunrise Christian Academy. And we're going to try to get Mike Sauter and Coach Barnwell, and I think Grady Dick going to join us here in just a little bit. I'm ready when you are, if we can get Mike Sauter. Coach, though, fun stuff as we get Mike and Grady mic'd up there. Buffaloes do a great job here tonight.
Yeah, very impressive win by Sunrise Christian. And really, it was the whole thing tonight. It was depth of Sunrise Christian, their great defensive effort, and finish it off at the foul line.
Let's go down to Mike Sauter down on the floor. He's got Grady Dick right now.
All right, here with the player of the game, Grady Dick. Grady, kind of cool playing in front of fans tonight for the first time all year for you guys, right?
Yes, sir.
How you guys came out in the second half, kind of asserted yourself a little bit more. How's it feel to kind of get this one done and kind of hotel, rest up, probably cold bath, all that stuff, right? No?
Yeah, no, it's really nice to get the win, obviously. We came out kind of sluggish and kind of just slow, just coming off defense, then hitting threes. And we just need to get back in transition, but the games like this that we can win and kind of pull through is some of the kind of bad wins we need to have.
The familiarity you guys had with them playing them, 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, that obviously went into kind of tonight. And how easy was that scouting report tonight?
Yeah, obviously the scouting and the film was pretty light this time, obviously, because we played them, but it was just kind of the same thing that Coach has been preaching the whole time. It's just, obviously you see they're a fast team in transition, so the main point of that is just get back and kind of just guard that, and we can get in transition also.
All right, man. Congrats. See you tomorrow. Yep. All right, Coach Barnwell joining us next. Coach, kind of third quarter was a little better than the first half even, right?
Yeah. We to their credit, they came out and listened and came out and competed really hard defensively again. Our first quarter and our third quarter were unbelievable defensively.
Right.
I think, without Kennedy, we're losing obviously a really good player, but also like another rotation. So we got a little bit tired, I think, the second quarter, and got a little bit tired in the fourth quarter, and kind of took our foot off the gas just a little bit. And they're so good. I mean, you do that a couple possessions, they can make a run on you.
I asked Grady this. You guys just played them a couple weeks ago, and the familiarity with their roster. You guys all know each other's rosters, but playing, the scout is a little bit easier after you played someone the first time, and having it be so close. Did that kind of play into anything that you guys did? Obviously, you made some changes from the first time, I would imagine, right?
No, just a couple. I think we just really try to emphasize what we're really good at, which is, make sure that, because they play so fast, make sure you don't give them anything easy in transition, then make sure you guard them in the half court, make it difficult on them in the half court, because they are talented, and they kind of, right before they played us, we had a 3-day break in between the bubbles, and they kind of switched to 5-out motion, and it was kind of stretching us out, and they're driving the ball, and we had to kind of adjust to that the first time. So I think we prepared for it a little bit better. We held them to 56, so it's better than I think it was 75 last time. So.
Yeah. One last one too. How neat was tonight, kind of playing in front of fans again, for this many fans? There's probably 1,000 people here. How neat was that, and kind of getting in tonight, heading into tomorrow?
Oh man, it's cool. We've been literally in silent gyms for 2 months. So we played in South Carolina with fans, but this was even better than South Carolina. And these people here, man, they love basketball. They're excited about both teams. They were cheering both teams on. Super cool environment. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. See you. All right, that'll do it.
That will wrap it up for us tonight from night 1 of 2 for the Heartland Hoops Classic. Coach, again, thank you so much for coming out. This was a ton of fun. Kind of a dream come true for me, so thank you very much.
Great job. What a great game. Hopefully the fans enjoyed it. We saw a lot of things out of both teams, and it should be a lot of fun again tomorrow night.
Yep, we'll be back in Grand Island tomorrow, and we've got all 8 games from the Heartland Hoops Classic at the Heartland Event Center there at the State Fairgrounds. Hope you can join us all day long. Mullen and Loomis, 8 a.m. Join us then. Thanks a lot for watching us tonight on Strive TV's coverage of the Heartland Hoops Classic.
Your income tax refund could be your down payment on a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. Choose an affordable 2020 Accent SE for just under $15,600. Step up to a 2020 Sonata SEL with convenience package for $23,699, or an all-wheel drive 2021 Tucson SE for under $23,000. Make your tax refund go further with Tom Dinsdale Hyundai in Grand Island.